Hello and welcome to Learn Danish Now 365. My name is the Nordic Educator. I will guide you through the Danish language, step by step, calmly and clearly. Let's begin with some common Danish verbs. At rabe, rare. To crow, like a rooster. At rake, to gather leaves. At ramme, to hit, to reach, to affect. At rane, to rob, to loot. At række, to hand, to reach out. At rejse, to travel, to raise. At reagere, to react. At regne, to rain, to calculate. At reklamere, to advertise, to complain about a product. At reparere, to repair. At respektere, to respect. At rette, to correct, to adjust. At ringe, to ring, to call by phone. At rive, to tear, to rip. At rive op, to tear up. At risikere, to risk. At røre, to touch, to stir. At rydde, to clear, to clean up. At ryge, to smoke. At rykke, to move, to shift, to pull. At ryste, to shake. At råbe, to shout, to yell. At råde, to advise, to suggest. At råde over, to have control over. At rådne, to rot, to decay. At reducere, to reduce. At registrere, to register. At realisere, to realize, to accomplish. At regulere, to regulate. At reklamere for, to advertise for. At rekruttere, to recruit. At resultere, to result, to end up in. At rette sig efter, to obey, to conform to. At ringe til, to call someone. At ringe på, to ring the doorbell. At rive ned, to tear down, to demolish. At røre ved, to touch. At rydde op, to tidy up, to clean up. At ryge cigaretter, to smoke cigarettes. At rykke frem, to move forward. At rykke tilbage, to move back. At rykke ud, to move out, to act, respond. At ryste af frygt, to shake with fear. At ryste på hovedet, to shake one's head. At råbe om hjælp, to shout for help. At rejse sig, to stand up, to rise. At rejse rundt, to travel around. At reagere på noget, to react to something. At rette fejl, to correct a mistake. At rette ind, to align, to adjust. At rette blikket mod, to direct one's gaze toward. At rydde sne, to clear snow. At ryge ud af, to get out of, to be expelled. At rykke ind, to move in. At rulle, to roll. At rulle op, to roll up. At rulle ned, to roll down. At røre sig, to move one's body. At ryste nogen, to shake someone. At rense, to clean, to purify. Learning Danish is not about perfection. It's about practice, patience, and progress. Keep listening, keep repeating. You're building not just words, but confidence. Thank you for learning with Learn Danish Now 365. Let's continue this journey, one word at a time.